Where should we begin? What does it look like? Do you see the center over here? See the way the angle is? See the way this side and this side meet, yet they're on two different papers? The way they create the U, which is around. And you know who has a design like this? If you do it right, it's the Oakland Raiders from the NFL. Well, they're not the only one. The New York Jets, they show an N with four letters in between. Jets, not a jet, Jets. 1, 5, A and E, T, 2, Abraham Lincoln. S, 1, TS, it ends with. It's a saint, it's a start, it's a stop. It's all the best, it's just a test for all the rest. Jets, ST equals 39. You know the other two letters next to S and T on each side? R and U. The seventh inning stretch equals 39 outs. 18 and 21. They spell rust. So ST is a total of 39. E is 5, is 44. J is 10, is 54. Rubik's Cube, 54. 5 by 4, 5 plus 4 is the birth incision for this planet. I don't know how it works, but I know it has something to do with many objects such as Rubik's Cube, the pair of dice, and a whole bunch of different numerological calculations. The other thing I wanted to mention is that the Mayans talked a lot about the numbers 2 and 5. And when you create the 2 and 5, it makes a design of a TV set and a couple of other objects. But I didn't come on here to talk about that. I came on here mostly because I was having trouble with number 61, and Terry Stewart, or of Stewart's, I don't know how to say it exactly. He's born in 65, and I needed to solidify what 61 was. And I know 61 is actually, there's a lot of things. 61. Anyways, I'll tell you from now. 61 days from the end of the year is Halloween. 61 days from the beginning of the year is March 1st. March 1st, third month, first day, 3, 1. And the amount of days that are left over, 6, 1. It's 3, 1, and 6, 1 is 92. 92 days in the year. Okay, the 92nd day in the year would be October 1st. And that's what the Mayans say is the most unlucky. And what I'm trying to say here is that the one spirit of 6 is man's birth. It's who he becomes through his birth. He becomes the one spirit of man 6, which means of 3 creation and 3 creation, 3 on each side. Okay, and this connect over here is that 1, that X. 3 and the 1, and the 3 and the 1. Says 8, but it's not 8. It's 4 on this side, and it's 4 on this side, creating only a 3. You follow me? It's 3 and 1 and 3 and 1. One of them is not going to hold the spirit because you're both not alive in this world. This is all computer. So we have 6, 2 and 4 is 6, 1 and 0 is 1. 6 and 1, 6 and 1. Where did we get this? From working 9 to 5. We end up with Earth and Mars. When we do the numerological count here, 10 and 2 is 12, 1 and 2 is 3, 4, 9, and 4 is 13, 1 and 3 is 4. Working 9 to 5. Now there's other ways to do it. So we're still working with the 61st day, which is the first day of May. So Halloween is on the 304th day of the year. Now I'm not going to be able to really explain to you the entirety of this, but don't give up on me yet. What I wanted to say is that 304, half of it, is 152, this side. Half of 152 is 276. The spirit of 76, or 276, and it's right here. 7 times 8 times 7 equals 392. 392 means black and yellow. It has to do with the B because those are the colors that it represents. 392, 3 times 92 is 276. 2 times 76 is 152. 152 and 152 is the 304th day of the year, and that's Halloween. If you go, like I said, 61 more days to go, the spirit of 1 and 6. Where did I get 7 and 8? Oh, it's pretty simple. 24 and 10 is 34. How do we get this? 6, 4, 6. 6, 8 and 5 is 13. 1 and 3 is 4. 4 and 2 is 6. 6 times 4 is 24. 6 and 4 is 10. 4 times 6 is 24. 4 and 6 is 10. This ends up saying 122. Now that we've rectified the 122 between the two sides of Valentine's Day, we have between March 1st and Halloween, 61 days before the beginning of one year and the end of the other year, says that there is a total of, just give me 1 second, 243 days. Plus the 61 is 304. Plus the 61 is 365. 243 is divisible by 9. It's the jailhouse rock. A and E, 1 and 5 go in between. It's 243. 243. Back it up. What did we just do? Earth and Mars. We just did it over here. Earth and Mars. The number of days that comes between Halloween now and March is 243. So 61 days from Halloween, okay, to the new year. 61 days from the new year is March 1st. And in between the two is 243 days. 2 times 43 is where the original number comes out. 2 by 43 is 86. The spirit of 76 brings life of man of 86. And the way to get 86 is right here. It's part of our DNA file-up. 4 times 2, and the number 9 and the value count is 42. But we just calculated by the letters. 4 times 2 and 2 plus 4 equals 8 and 6, 14. A-D, 14th letter is N, first letter is A, fourth letter is D. It says DNA. 4 and 1 is 5. Same we go for number 2, and same we go for number 5. So now we have this amount. So if I'm going to go multiply this, it beat the 280, which is time heaven. 20 worlds, 2012. The time period that we just came into, which is 3 of 6, 6, and 6. 3 66s is 198. 9 times 8 is 72. 7 times 2 is 14. And it's the beginning of starting over and creating. You follow what I'm saying? Here's October. Now, the other thing I wanted to mention is that I keep mentioning number 19, number 20, number 21. Well, put it this way. In Monopoly, number 20 puts you on free parking. 19 puts you on New York, and 21 puts you on the other corner of Kentucky. So either you're 19 or you're 21. Another thing I wanted to mention was April 20th. There's 254 days left in the year. It's the 111th day of the year, or it is the center of the roulette, adding up 16 plus 17 plus 18 plus 19 plus 20 plus 21, and it includes S and T and R and U for first, last, the best, and Nibiru, the 7th inning stretch, and it makes a 1-1-1. The center of roulette connects red, red, black, black, red, red, 1-1-1. 1-1-1. Now, the 254th day of the year, that's right, was 9/11. It was September 11th, 254. Or we're going to April. But look at that. 111 up to April 20th. Or excuse me, I think it's April 21st. What happened on April 21st? What's April 21st? The 111th day. So now what we're going to do here is if it was on the 20th day in a leap year, making this the 111th day, because April 1st is the 92nd day. Do you remember me saying that before again? 92nd day? 92nd day. So if April 1st is the 92nd day, and you had 19, okay, you'd have 111. You'd have 111. You'd have 111. Okay? But now that we have that, April is the fourth month of the 20th day, and the number over here in French is 80, which says 80, but they connect it with the Q and the V, which is a jack. Now, it's very hard to start going into something else to explain it to you. This is the top story. Don't forget, don't you know? If you go the in-between floors of the Twin Towers, you end up with 108. But if you go to the roof of the Twin Towers, that 110 becomes 111. Right? The floor you're standing on, okay, or the floor you see above will always count for the floor above and the floor below. I'm not sure exactly how to explain that. So now we have April 20th, that sounds for 80, which means 420s, 2020, 2020, and that can mean many things. One of the 420s is 13, 1, 3, 7, and 9. Add them up, all odd numbers, or 2, 4, 6, and 8. They both make 20. So now we have September 11th. 143 days, Earth and Mars, okay, between 111 days, okay, of September 11th and April 20th, in between, if we calculate it right, this would be 222, and everybody knows, excuse me, before I even get to that, the one spirit of 6, or number 61, like I was talking before, 16, or the letter P, and the letter P is a total gematria count of 136, or the 613 laws of Moses, or 6, 1, and 3 in the football scoring. Okay, so now we have 111, 222, 222, 322, 362, 365, Earth, Mercury, and Mars. The score of last year's Super Bowl 47, 34, 31, AC/DC, and if you multiply it and add it up, it'll say 19. 3 by 4, 3 plus 4 equals 19. Then you add the 1 for your life, that's 20. If you're not there with that life, you don't add 20. So, so that would be 143. The other thing is, May 5th, the 5th day of the 5th month, the 125th day is 5 by 5 by 5. May 5th and August 28th, 8th month of the 28th, 8, 2, 8. 8 and 2 is 16. 8 and 2 is 10, is 26. And then you do it again on the other side, it's 26. It's a 6, 22, 6 is from the month of May all the way to the month of August. The 125th day of the year, 125 days to go before the end of the year. In between on 250, you're left with 115 games in between. What you can say is, you can say 1 to 15 actually says A to the letter O, which is exactly what the pool game is all about. 15 balls. Everything you can do about 15, because 15 is A and E. And A and E is 8 times E, 8 plus E equals 11. And that's how it all began. So I showed you this. Another thing is, in this grid that I showed you yesterday, if you go here on the roulette table, it's 8, 11 is 19. When you go here on the roulette table and here, it's a total of 23. The total in here is 42. And the total in here is 21, 31, 32. 3 and 2 is 5. Here you got 3 and 4 is 7. And 23. Is that it? 23 and 7 is 30. I don't remember what I was going to talk about. That's why. Oh, because at the other one, the number over here on the roulette table is number 26. And the number over here on the roulette table is 29. It's a total of 55. The total of this connection here is a total of 144 on the roulette table. 114, I'm sorry, 114 on the roulette table. And that's the DNA, and it's, instead of KE, it's KD, and it's a connection of our spirit energy, the vibration that makes our clock tick. And I took that one from Jack Emery. So thanks for that one, Jack. So these totals over here is 114. The total over here is 114. plus 19 is 133, 143, 153. The total is 157 on the other board, on the original roulette board. On this one over here, we end up with 21, 32, and 7 is 39, 49, 59, 60, 61, 62. 6 and 2 creates H, and 6 times 2 equals to the 20t. It equals to th, which is the time heaven. I don't know exactly which way the definition goes, and I'm extremely, extremely burnt out. But what I have to do is I have to take this design, which is just a simplified design between 0 and 10 both ways, and find the areas that I get to have a block. 18, 36, 18, and 9. So that's a block where 9 counts. So I take that and I have to find the same blocks in here, adding this one to it. Oh, is there anything else in here? Just give me one more second. Then there's a couple of other things. Inside, do you see this design over here? You see what looks? It looks like a razor blade right here, okay? Look at the other one. Now the letter K. Put 2 K's together backwards, and it makes the same razor blade. Okay, there's one at the top, one at the bottom. Everything, and the other thing I was going to mention is, see the way these cut through, the way we have the F here? We have the F, okay, because we have, how can I say this? When this goes from here over to here, the line, it continues, it connects each one in the center line, where here it is. You see the middle over here is empty? Okay, now in order for me to connect this, I have to go from here all the way through here, because it's the middle line, here and here. We don't play that. That's 2, 4, 6, 8 black. We play the corners, 1, 3, 7, 9. This is space. We need space to be who we are. Can't explain that one very well. Then we have the octagon, but if you take a look, I didn't do it very well. It's actually a 5 and a 2. Let's see where else I am. I was doing a little bit of the keyboard. This won't help you very much. This is the way you connect certain letters with the keyboard. All I did is went QAZ from top to bottom, and then I added up the numbers. What is it going to be? I'm not quite sure. But this is the one I want to be proud of. This one right here. It's the letter E, whichever way you want to put it. Take away all the gibber and just go down like this and down like this. It's the letter E. I added this on because you need to add on your strength in order to understand. You see, I can make exactly 4 of them. This will continue in a square all the way in the bottom. But usually the square is not shut over here. It's just like your butt end has a hole in it. I know that's... Then there's this. See what comes off of it? You got to do what you want. Here's your razor. Here, this is the spade. Here's the X right through the game board. I mean, we go to church, we go all over and praise God and praise God. Should we really be running out that much and falling on the floor? No, we shouldn't be. We should be deeper in our hearts rather than using up all the time we don't have. We have to think a little bit more and not get persuaded in any way by anybody other than he himself. Anyways, I shouldn't have said that. Here's the Monopoly card. Here's some more designs. Here's another design. This will make the Muggen David, this design. This could be a lamp post. It's also a boat. I know, I'm just throwing out a couple of things. Here I was talking about number 39 before. Are you? Another thing. 143 333 258 666 369 999 3 times 3 6 times 3. You multiply everything by these numbers in order to get this, and you'll always get these numbers. The last thing I wanted to talk about, and it's October 1st tomorrow, is the 91st day of the year is April 1st. Well, tomorrow's the 91 days left in the year. If you count the cards in the deck of cards from 1 through 9 as your birth, it totals 45. But the minute you calculate 10, Jack, Queen, King, it equals to 46. And tomorrow is that 46 and 45, making it 91. 91 days. It stops exactly on the 10 card. If you add up the 10 card, you get number 48. And this year, that's the number of the Super Bowl. If you add it up in this area over here, okay, it adds up to 46. One last thing I'm not going to mention that last thing. It's just really weird. I'm trying to remember what it was I was thinking. Oh yes, there's a game called Baccarat, where the cards become 0. You don't add them anymore. And one of the reasons you don't add them anymore is because, let's say a 3 and a 10 would be 13. 1 and 3 is 4, right? But in Baccarat, we don't do it that way. We just don't count them because you already have your value as a person. So giving yourself 10 is like slapping you in the back and go, yeah, you're human. Anyways, Raphael 7286 in the constellation of Pegasus. Tomorrow is 91 days from the end of the year. It is 7 times 13 equals 91. Therefore, there are 91 13 ways times 7 till the end of the year. Have a good night, everybody. Thank you very much for watching this video. I'm a little bit overloaded, but it's okay. If I had to make a mask, I would probably make it like this.